This floor basically is where we keep all the cars. Each car has its own, stall that it stays in. This is called Hawkeye, which is a new program they put in, and they can go in 2 minutes. It can photograph the car, and it gives you high, low, off, what you got to change.
Green is okay for NASCAR. Red and yellow will be outside of tolerance. It's too big, and
that
white
means what?
You got to fix it.
You wanted a company that you could have a relationship with as opposed to one that was just writing a check. How much was it a game changer for you, the relationship with Toyota?
Actually, GM was great for us. And when you think about it, I was a football coach. I didn't have anything. I didn't have a driver, race shop, and nothing. And so we went and sat down with GM, and they said, hey, we want to be a part of this. We welcome you into the sport. And they stepped up as our manufacturer, and we were 15 years with them and won 3 championships over there. And so we got so much that we owe to GM. What happened in that process, though, they got some heavyweights over there. They got Richard Childress won a bunch of championships for them. And then you got Rick Hendricks in that group, and Rick has won, all kinds of championships. So we were kind of setting as third in line, if that. And so when Toyota got in the sport, and they started the right way, and they started in the truck series, but when it became obvious they were going to move up the Cup, I think our discussion with them, we kind of said, well, this would be a chance for us to maybe be a premier team with somebody and a great manufacturer like Toyota. And they have been just absolutely, you talk about a partnership and developing relationships with people. They love racing inside of Toyota. And of course, they're a premier company in first class, and we developed a real close partnership, and it's been awesome.
I believe they build the Joe Gibbs racing engines in Costa Mesa, California. I don't think at the time that had ever been done before. Your initial reaction when that was proposed and how you eventually came around to it?
With us, we were doing our own motors when we first got in a relationship with them. But then they have a complex out in Southern California, and it's dedicated to motors and performance out there. And it became obvious they can do a better job than what we could do here. And so that was our reason for switching. We still do our Xfinity motors here, so we still have our motor room and do some of the motors for our Xfinity and for some other people. But they're first class in everything they do. And the whole company is very competitive. And of course, America's a big deal to them. They're really building more parts for their cars here in America than any other manufacturer.
How's the relationship evolved over time?
Really, what happens in a relationship like this is you go through tough times and you go through the real good times. But those tough times test you. And we've gone through that with Toyota. We had a situation for a while there where we were having some quality control issues with our motors, and we weren't, performing very well. 2015, we had a horrible year. We made some decisions here about not building a chassis for 2015. We thought there were a lot of changes, and we didn't want to get caught up in that. So we made some decisions here that really hurt us in 15. You go through a whole year like that, and that was our fault. And when you look at that, that's what tests you. And what's happened with Toyota, every single time we've been through something tough, they just are right at our back, and it's been the same for us. And we're long-term with them, and you fight through those tough times that really test you, but you also realize you come out the other side of that knowing you got a real partner there and somebody that looks at things. They're not looking to blame somebody, they're looking to fix it. And we've been getting whipped on the racetrack at times, and their approach and our approach is, let's go to work. We need to go to work and catch these guys.